Well, looking now at the defending champions at the FIFA World Cup, because obviously in some recent years there has been that curse where the winner has then gone out in the group stages. We know that happened with Germany and Spain and Italy. For France, it wasn't so bad in 2022. They were runner-up. But for Argentina, what is it going to be? We'll get to Argentina's group as Luis Garcia now joins us. Don't worry, we will be talking Spain a little bit later. But let's start with Argentina if we can, Luis. In Group J right now, it shouldn't be that difficult for them on paper. It's Austria, Algeria and Jordan. They will be happy with that draw, won't they?
Yeah, I think they must be very happy. And Lionel Messi must be even more, because it allows you to start with the Algeria first game, Austria, and then the last one will be Jordan. I think that it should be an easy way. But Leo was talking about that you never know, because the keeper was fantastic at some point, and his small details are the tricky one, the important parts in these kind of games. But the way that groups has evolved, I think that you have no problem at all to go through as a top of the table. But again, we have to wait and see. We all love a fairy tale, and we would love to see other competitors that haven't been involved in the World Cup show and give surprise. But Argentina right now, the way that it looks, and once again led by Lionel Messi, they should have no problem to get out of the group stages, and why not to arrive further on the competition.
Because you guys know all about team unity, team chemistry. You've been talking about it a lot, Frank, and obviously with a star like Lionel Messi, who we expect to see there too. That Argentina team does have that team unity and the chemistry by all accounts and from everything we see.
Oh, definitely, and it's why they can do it again, and they showed that chemistry existed a lot in the previous World Cup, and why it would change. And on top of it, with the team they're going to face, they will give some rest to Messi. They're going to be allowed to. For the last game is against Jordan. I guess they will be already qualified, so Messi can easily have a rest and make sure also that it works also for the group, that some players can play. In France 98, I was a substitute and I played the last game because we were already qualified, and some others like myself, we were allowed to play the third game, and therefore the others, they can rest and be fresh for the therefore be the last 32. But that can be helpful especially for Lionel Messi and for the whole group, and to feel the commitment of everybody. That's what you try to get in order to go far in that competition. Definitely, Argentina is one of the favorites.
But they've already won it.
They've already won the World Cup, so they don't have that motivation that they had before.
He has.
It's hard, yeah.
He has taken himself to the place that Maradona took that generation of Argentina, and it was the one criticism, whether you agree with it or not, with the stellar career that he's had. Back in Argentina, that was the stick that they were beating him with. He has achieved that with that group of players, pretty much the same. Do they have that same desire to go and do that again and repeat it? That's doubly difficult. And also, you've got Austria in that group who've definitely improved under Ralf Rangnick. But let's not forget, this is an Argentina team that won the World Cup after a disaster on match day one. They lost to Saudi Arabia, and Scaloni had to make some changes. So they are capable of throwing in a result that is a surprise in a negative situation, not just a positive situation. So I think it will be really, really difficult for this Argentina team to go and repeat that. Messi's 4 years older. Yes, he's playing in Major League Soccer here. He's scoring a bunch of goals. And he still looks fit and sharp, but that level of where he's playing, it just isn't the same. And for all those reasons, I think they'll have a decent World Cup, and I think they'll qualify out of this group. Don't get me wrong, but I really don't think they're going to have a repeat and go and win it.
Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously we talked about Lionel Messi, we need to talk about someone who'll be north of 40 when the World Cup comes around and be available to play from the start as well, Craig.
Well, if you know the right people.
So Group K for Portugal with Colombia and Uzbekistan for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really talented group of players. Ronaldo gets most of the headlines, if not all the headlines, still scoring goals. In the qualifiers, it is a big, and I mean big debate whether he should still be leading the line for Portugal, because the last two major tournaments, the Euros and the World Cup in Qatar, personally he struggled. And I think there is a discussion to be had whether they should change that position to a more youthful, younger player. We know that that's not going to happen because Roberto Martinez is basically... I'm not going to say Ronaldo picks the team, but I don't think it's far off it. So I think he will play. The question is, as you said, north of 40. Can he put behind him the last two major tournaments that he has struggled and all of a sudden flourish again and be the man to lead Portugal in this tournament? If he can do that, they have a chance to go a long way because the rest of the team, they've got a lot of talent. But that is the big question, whether he can produce the performances that over 40 up front to take Roberto Martinez to the promised land. And I think there's a big question there.
I'm going to make it short, but remember that Messi wasn't at the top of the top club-wise before the World Cup in 2022. I think he was in Paris Saint-Germain, somewhere like that, if I'm not mistaken. That wasn't the Messi that
But he wasn't 40-something.
No, he wasn't 40-something, but he was depending a lot on the others. It's why the others, they really committed to him and to make sure that they work for him, that it worked. And with the player that Ronaldo has around him, that's doable for me. With the Mendes, Diaz, Vitinha, Neves, Fernandes, and all others. That's possible for me.
But it wasn't doable in Qatar, and it wasn't doable at the... Where was the last Euros? Was it around Europe?
Yes,
yeah.
It wasn't doable at that Europe. That Euros.
Yeah, but Ronaldo is better now than he was like a year ago. For me, I saw better Ronaldo and more involved and more capable of doing it.
How much Saudi Arabian football do you watch? I mean,
okay, well,
Ronaldo scored him. But anyway, you know, he'll play. He'll be a big story. And they are a very talented side.
It can be dedicated to him. It was dedicated to Messi 4 years ago. No, the World Cup can be dedicated for him. That would be nice.